Good evening, Free Enterprise fans. My name is Xenocat here in the booth for the last of our mini mysteries, for now at least. They will be going on hiatus for a bit after this restream. I am joined here for our final mystery in the booth by Deathlike. How are you doing tonight, Deathlike?
Doing well. I've been here, I think, most the whole season, and we haven't cracked the uh, worst combination of no free characters, no earned characters either. So, but maybe commentators luck or curse.
We'll see. We don't have any character objectives, so it's certainly possible. We have 6 random objectives here. As Warlink is showing us, we have to launch the Falcon, defeat the King of the Town of Monsters, destroy the Super Cannon, wake Yang with the Pan, complete the Sealed Cave, and, for some reason, defeat the boss of the waterfall. I have a wild guess as to one objective that I'm pretty sure both runners will be doing.
Well, I don't know. I like deferring waterfall a little bit. It's actually sneaky.
Well, sure, you're not
spot.
going to do it right away, but like,
It is
you're
a guarantee.
going to do it.
Yeah, it's a guarantee.
I'd say you're probably going to do it before the King of Fame Arch.
That's a given. I think.
Or even launching the Falcon. I could
Uh,
see waking Yang with the Pan, maybe destroying the Super Cannon before. Probably not doing Sealed Cave first.
yeah, I mean, well, it could be. There are some situations. It's an interesting set of, and everything is. I think. I mean, with everything being underground, that's everything else other side of waterfall being underground. I mean, we'll have our objectives late. That's a given. I think what's more interesting is the King of Town of Monsters probably will be the hardest objective, especially with the vast nastiness that can be in that spot. You know, we're talking about
Yes.
Baigen,
Oh yeah.
Dark Ips. Those.
I'm a big fan of Evil Wall.
Oh yeah. Who
Evil Wall
isn't?
there. Just starts the chain. And then it doesn't stop, and then you're taking 3,000 damage punches in the front row, and you're like, why am I taking this much damage? I didn't think it was possible.
Anything is possible. Oh, wonderful.
It's okay, it's Param. We have a white mage. We're fine. Seeds free.
So if it comes with an Edward next to it, that would be the magic pairing. Because when we look, that just means we'd be looking for another character. Well, it's vanilla.
Oh gosh, Param and Kane. Sorry, this is giving me flashbacks to a certain Tricker's Trial seed that happened with a Param and Kane start. That was interesting to say the least.
If I recall that seed, I think it was Kane was the hero with a side of Porum doing a lot of work too. So it's sometimes the starting 2 characters will carry the seed, although it remains to be seen.
Yes, we do have our first doses of vanilla with that Kane in his vanilla location, as well as a vanilla package. Escrunt is taking some time to probably, I think, take a random encounter to do some testing. Warlink saying, heck testing, we don't need testing. We're gonna go straight to Troya to see if there's a free key item. I'm a big fan of this. I don't like doing testing early, if I don't need to. And Warlink is rewarded with, I think, that Pan.
Yeah, that will making Fading Fabula much more real a little bit. Like many runners, when they have a hook and pan, we haven't found the hook, so that's kind of one thing out of the not in play yet. But once that combination is found, or not even the hook, just at least underground access. That
We do also have confirmation on the no earned flag. None of our character spots that we have to work for in any way are going to be characters, so we're already looking at a limited character pool. Plus, the junk flag is on, so all those tier 1 items that normally get auto-sold, yeah, no, they don't get auto-sold anymore. And I believe we did see S-Grunt test the dupe glitch and confirm that we do not have the dupe glitch. Seeing just a diamond shield, this looks like it's S Pro.
I haven't. S Pro. That's not ideal.
Mute arrows are only tier 3. So I think this is S Pro. We have some sparse. We have. Honestly, the treasure settings don't look great. It might very well be T Pro. I think we do have J items at least in chests. It doesn't, and we do have them in shops as well. You can buy a Unihorn.
Is Starveil like tier 3 as well?
Starveil's tier 2, so those will be available.
That's kind of all we really need this early in the game.
Yes.
We're not...
Life pots, camping gear, and Starveils. That's all you need.
Yeah, sometimes you have to check for J item availability. So.
We have also confirmed there are no free characters. We did it. We have hit the no free, no earned. Kain and Porom are going on this whole adventure together.
Well, that's going to be a seed then. I think everything. I mean, every piece of XP gain, you might have to even dive down into Mist in the Cave of Mist just to get XP. I think I've had moments where the desperation sets in and I have to do it.
I don't think it's that bad. We have seen at least a mute knife in Damsian Basement for our runners. And I'm sure they've seen better weapons for Kain in the loot.
I think, you could manage early on with, like, say, a Blizzard Spear, and that would be kind of, there's a few other applications, but I always think that if you're struggling for weapon options and you had to buy something, Blizzard or Ice Brand.
Well, you can't do that on S Pro. The only thing the best thing they have access to is a fire sword.
Well, that's unfortunate. Well, actually, but
it's fine.
I guess.
But also, someone in chat saying at least it's not Sineki. Sineki would actually be an upgrade in most cases to Kain and Porom.
Yeah, there's a lot of the starting characters, especially with the ones you would normally pick up early in vanilla. They have kind of garbage tier equipment.
Yeah, and S-Grunt has found a rune axe, which is really nice. Warlink discovering that it's also C-No earned in addition to C-No free.
Well, that's it. This is the dream.
We're not gonna fight that Hobbs boss. Why would we fight the Hobbs boss? No, thank you.
That's there though.
I have learned the joys of non-Sineki Porom and Kain starts through a seed that had this exact starting party. This is money, S cabins, and it was really fun trying to beat bosses with Spear Kain. I will leave it at that. So these runners are probably very thankful they have actual items.
Yeah, those. I think if you can at least buy something or at least get some decent equipment, that's better than hoping that anything you fight from a boss probably won't work out in your favor. We're not gonna get like the kind of weapon or armor you want, specifically weapons, because Kain really needs something to
yes,
really move.
Kain needs something better than a spear. But we did find a twin harp in Antlion Cave on S-Grunt's side. Having checked Antlion Cave, I do kind of like Warlink's play to skip over Antlion Cave and instead is opting to take some encounters outside Fabul to get a little bit of a start towards maybe defending Fabul. We have Porom in the party. If you can fade Antlion Cave until after clearing the rest of the overworld, Porom will learn Exit. Exit is a very good spell to have, specifically for going through the Antlion Cave. So, just because it speeds up your escape from Antlion nicely.
I mean, it is interesting take. And that, like, I mean, Exit is one of the spells she learns. I mean, Vanilla Rosa has to go through Zot, so
Yeah, Rosa has to go through Zot to get it. Cecil, it's usually he just won't usually get it on the overworld because he doesn't get access to the ordeals experience as a paladin, so there's no point in worrying about it for him. Tella has it already. Fu gets it by boss kills, and it's usually not worth hoping for in the overworld. So really, the only character I would justify fading an early Antlion fade with is this Porom, specifically.
I mean, I'm one of those that probably would disagree, only because I don't know. I just want to just get that. I think it's the easiest, one of the easier bosses you want to play with, and
yeah, but it's worth no experience. Like, it's not going to power up your party
yeah.
in the same way as Fabul.
Oh no, I won't disagree.
Fabul is what, almost 4 times the amount of experience.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's quite tempting.
Yeah, it is.
Over the relatively pitiful experience you get from Antlion.
I mean, at least we don't have to do a Demist hunt because the package would actually be in play to just go do.
Yes, we have been spared from that by Bedward giving us the pan.
So yeah, there's no character to pick up and no boss that we need to look for. So that's really good. I mean, there's not even a boss hunt. That's the good news.
Now this is the challenge with Fabul.
Right.
Paladin hits a little too hard here.
Yeah.
For Porom and Kain.
Yeah. So I think the stats are based off of the general, and the general never punches. So it's
he's got a bit of strength. So we may have actually better luck on ordeals, which is where Warlink is headed next. This first spot doesn't punch much at all. It does have a decently high magic stats that we have to be careful of, but the punches themselves are nothing.
Yeah, it's pretty tame. So I mean, we definitely be worried more about
we could just have a heron robe in a chest on ordeals, and now Porom is fine.
Do we have a weapon for her, or is it
She's got a lunar staff.
Okay,
it's fine.
That's more than enough. That's more than enough. Like, these staffs, believe it or not, staffs are stronger than rods at the same equivalent statistic level, which is strange but true.
Or we could do a mute arrow short bow, but short bow.
No, you want more accuracy, but I mean, let's say you remember that seed you were talking about? Yeah, there was a short bow involved. That was I was thinking, or maybe it was a crossbow. It didn't matter. It was a low accuracy weapon, and it was so it was fun.
There's a reason bows are awful. The early bows are absolutely. Just don't.
And that's not gonna stop the slap. Slap is.
Well,
that weakens Kain even further, and he's it's a reset because there's not enough offense you're generating.
Yeah,
needs to jump. That's the thing. You don't want to trigger the counterattack.
No, you really need to jump on these Liliths. Porom will be fine. She has a heroine robe.
It's like maybe revisiting. Was that like a? That was a normal fight, right? That was just a.
That was a siren. So.
Oh yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't want to waste the siren. Looks like we're leaving to go shopping, which unfortunately means that Warlink has reset out of the heroine robe.
We'll pick that up on the way back. Not a critical loss, but it's one of those. It's unfortunate.
We don't mind seeing D-Lunars here at the first spot of Baron Inn. They're pretty tame.
Yeah, they'll have the same HP as a singular guard, so that's because the guard spot is already 2 monsters, so they'll just have the same HP. No big deal.
I mean, Warlink sees an archer bow for sale. I don't care about that archer bow. I care about that power staff.
Oh, you want that early power?
Give me the power staff.
Oh yeah. I think we'll just probably be worth waiting for Bahamut to do his thing. No, I'll still be too weak. It's because I'll only get half
Bahamut
of his HP.
Is so weak.
Yeah, there's literally no spell stat, so you still have a default multiplier of 1. And while Mega Nuke at the spell multiplier 1 is still pretty strong, it's only like half of the HP.
Sure, it will take out your party, but it will not take out a significant amount of HP. It won't one shot this spot.
Yeah, so probably we'll have to assist Bahamut in in the self-destruction. So yeah, we'll find out quickly. And where there goes some Blarg, and it'll be only 2k. Oh nope.
Oh, that's actually a decent amount.
Maybe it's got scaled. I remember those the extra. There's some scaling where for spots where they have no magic stat. I think.
Yeah, I think it's scaled to the spots level based on the magic for the level.
Hey, free
Which should
bow.
still be low, but that is a very nice bow. That's an arty bow for Esgrunt, which is a massive attack increase for Porum. Esgrunt's going to be very happy to see that Heroine Robe on Mount Ordeals.
Yep. So yeah, so Porum will become the utility mage. You don't if you basically just hope for power overwhelming, not need to heal except outside of battle. Yeah, you don't have to worry about Porum for the bulk of the seed.
No, Porum is not a mage. Porum is a Zerker. Porum is just stronger than Kain at this point.
That is actually true at this point. Yeah, it's kind of a reversal of fortunes in some ways. Hey, that's fine.
Yeah, sometimes Kain, you get to stand there and look pretty. Porum is going to get stuff done.
They're fun stuff when you combine it with Kain's jump. So if Porum's the Zerker and Kain is in the air, if you can do some fun things like mostly for when you're fighting like Magus Sisters and Wyvern, where reflected
spells can still target Kain, but they can't hit him because he's in the air.
I love taking advantage of that that particular behavior. That's why it's one of those things where Kain, you can doubt him all you want, betrayer himself, but really if you use him to his full potential, you can do a lot of cool things similar to having Edward in the party. Just think magic disappears when Kain is in the air, and it's really nice.
Anyway, we have Odin here. The punches are not going to hurt, but the Zantetsuken will.
Just let Porum hit things. That's the seed. See, she's doing more than a Kain jump. That's all you need to see.
Yeah, Porum is too strong.
It's and I always appreciate when she gains levels. At least learning Cure 2 is at least the level where I think she's becomes a kind of a stable character. Like yeah, she needs kind of 3 levels from base, but Cure 2 is kind of as useful, even though she is right now going full Zerker. So
hey, look, it's Asura. Guess what we have? Guess what arrows we have equipped?
Oh, mute arrows. Oh, this is gonna decimate her. It's pretty.
Oh, poor Asura. Oh. You shouldn't have been a mage.
We need Kain to help. Probably need Kain to help out quickly, or yeah, that Cure 4.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna be Cure 4 walking here, which is not ideal. Oh, 77 hit points shy.
So close. Just hit. Yes.
And there she goes. Bye, Asura.
Yep. One of 2 uses of the 2 critical uses, although there's actually a 3rd one within the Baron Guards. So that, but this is having the Rune Axe always helpful. Although I find much more utility against the Magus Sisters just because they're probably the scarier of the mage bunch, honestly.
Absolutely. The Magus Sisters can be just the absolute worst mages of the mages. Although Ruby Form of Elements can sneak up on you in certain spots.
Yeah, Glare. Glare is a really strong spell, stronger than Fire 3.
Is this even randomized? That was a Legend Sword from Mount Ordeals, and I guess it's kind of good that we have Kain, except that this Val doesn't have any physical evade whatsoever. So.
Well, Kain is just backup, but we don't need the backup, so we're good.
Yeah, I don't think Kain is even going to finish jumping here. Again, we sent Kain into the air so that Porum could celebrate alone because she did all the work, so Kain doesn't need to get any credit.
No, Kain, we don't need you anymore, except we still do. The rest of the seed, with no free characters, this is gonna be the workhorse. We'll pretend that there's the secondary power couple, Kain and Porum, the outcasts. We love them. I still love them.
They're great, honestly.
There are, I mean, there are other combos which would be a lot more interesting. Like, I would have, maybe like a Aridia and Edward. That is,
That would have been very spicy, but I'm honestly kind of glad that, for at least for our runner's sakes, they get a white mage and a standard Zerker, so they can at least get through pretty much everything.
yeah. I mean, two characters pretty much can run a seed when given most combinations. So it's always nice to see that combo in action and just. I mean, I think there was a community race running the traditional power couple, Cecil and Rosa. So this is when you see that you start to look at this to be more doable. But of course, they need some help, and levels help quite a bit.
Yeah. No, I mean, they're fine at this point.
So are we? So I think we're gonna. What are we gonna find? That's where are we gonna find to get to the underground? That is the.
It's either
question.
Fabul Defense at this point, or it's behind that Twin Harp.
I think at this point, the Pale Dim at the football gauntlet spot, I think is
Oh yes,
pretty doable.
K-Trap is a thing. I'm not sure K-Trap is a thing in the CML.
I think it's a. There's low probability.
K-Trap is off. K-Trap is not possible.
Yeah, I think it was just K main and K summon as.
K summon can roll on, but yeah, K-Trap is not on. So either Fabul Defense or our Twin will lead to Underground, or our Twin Harp is required.
I mean, realistically, a lot of the other flags are tame. It's just that having the go character is probably the kind of the strongest combination to afflict our runners.
Oh, absolutely! I am so here for this. Pale Dim is not having fun.
I mean, well, but this is sound. I like that sound. And he's gone. It's gone. It's fine.
Warwick is taking time to rename some characters, which is great.
I mean, it's the perfect time. Why? Because
I think has realized these are the two characters, so we're gonna rename them. And that's not an underground access.
It's time for.
That was a rat tail, so it's time for my favorite check.
Oh, Castle Eblin? No, can't be.
At least I think that was a rat tail.
That is definitely a rat tail. So doing harp. So I guess, yep. Definitely your favorite objective.
Yes.
I mean, you're responsible for hundreds of tunes. Maybe not all 400 or 500.
No, I'm not responsible. I only started doing this after there were already like 250 or so in the pool,
which is still more than I would count. I just like
added about another 150 or so before this the last update, and there's almost another 150 ready to go for the next update.
Oh boy,
I've been busy.
I mean,
it's not quite there yet. Not quite another 150, but we're getting close. And they are not all Xeno songs, I promise.
That's fine. I know there are plenty of pretty good tunes, so we'll leave it at that. I think what's interesting is the way they're gonna try to. I think there might be an optimization by Eskrun to kind of kill themselves. I think. Well, Kain will have equipment to.
Yeah, Kain will be magnetized. I'm not sure if Porom is magnetized.
Oh, she has a starting iron ring.
Oh, right, so the iron ring. Yeah, so she's magnetized. We're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will be quiet while our Spoony Bard plays some of his rockin' tunes. And that was definitely the Culex theme from Super Mario RPG. I don't know what else that could possibly sound like. Definitely not anything from this game. And oh, hey, look, it's a Magma Key.
Well, that means Hook is at large, so that will still be somewhere somewhere in K main, so that'd be fine. Although I mean, there is that rumor that SquareSoft did work with Nintendo for their music, so I mean, couldn't have, I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. That might be any semblance to why that is.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, unfortunately, it's not a hook for our runners because they would like to be able to launch the Falcon and just call that objective done, but but at least we have Fet Speedy underground access and access to Wake Yang with the Pan. And since we now have access to 3 objectives, Escrunt has decided it's time to take out Evil Wall at the waterfall. Wrong required objective boss location for this Evil Wall.
So I think that Escrunt probably should put moved both of them into the front row since there's nothing to glitch Kane into the front, nothing to glitch Kane at all yet. I don't think there's a Dwarf X at large, so this will be actually slower than intended though.
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
I think at this rate, Kane
Porum is doing so much damage, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, what? Kane didn't even need
Porum is better than Kane. That is the lesson of this seed. Porum is better than Kane.
Oh well, I mean, she's my number 2.
Porum is beating Kane at Kane's game, and Porum is an actual mage with spells.
So does that mean give Kane HP still a go?
Yeah, clearly Kane needs MP.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah, that'll solve everything. I mean, realistically, it's the Heroine Robe and the Artemis Bow that we found that are making Porum so much better than Runax Kane, but
yeah,
because Heroine Robe and Artemis Bow are quite nice.
Yeah, it is. It's I mean, you're giving her. I'm trying to do math. That's a thing. So giving her 24, at least 25 points.
25 extra strength
and agility.
And agility.
So that's like 4 multipliers minimum on the attack.
Yes.
It's pretty strong. It's hard to
absolutely.
say no to that. Looks like Escrunt has decided we're gonna
do objectives first.
Yeah.
Let's go bonk Yang with the pan because that's an objective. It's good to always do your objectives first, especially when they're also freebies.
Yeah. So I mean, with all the key items pretty much either on the surface or underground, I mean, you pretty much will bump into a key item unless K summon is actually in play, and we have not yet confirmed it unless a key item actually shows up right now.
Well, I think we have already seen at least one Zonk on the overworld, and we know the pass is not in the pool as a key item, but the crystal is in the pool as a key item. So I think we might have K summon on. Also, I guess a Gungnir is maybe an upgrade.
I mean, it's something. It's appreciable. I think a Gungnir is always
nice.
I mean, I prefer one more tier hop, but this, I mean, you can definitely live with a seed with a Gungnir. I mean, this, it's pretty much 80% of the way. For,
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
looks like let's go looking for just looking for the trap chest so we can loot freely. I think this I'm still looking for maybe a better cane weapon or a better stat stick for Porm.
Stat stick for Porum?
Well,
Why would we be looking for a stat stick for Porum? We're looking for arrows.
well, maybe then Artemis. That's still that's
We want
usually
samurai arrows or Artemis arrows. That's what we're looking for.
All right, so
We don't need a stat stick.
But the Stardust
Yeah,
item. Now you
okay,
start-
that's K-Summon, I think, confirmed on with that second Zonk. With the Stardust item in the Rat Tail chest.
So it's only just one key item Zonk that we need to hit. Is that for order to kind of come to that conclusion? I see that's.
I believe so with specifically win game, so the crystal is in the key item pool and no pass. Because there are 17 main checks and there are 17 key items.
Oh, what a nice round! What a nice perfect number.
Yep. I mean, all the key items are kind of in vanilla locations, except we took out the crystal and Pinktail don't have vanilla locations, but Fabul Defense and Liberating Baron Castle do not normally give key items that we have randomized.
All right, so I guess we'll probably see a peak. Esgrunt not satisfied with any of the options.
You're checking S-Pro shops in the underground. They're not going to have anything for you except a Dwarfax, which Esgrunt has now found, and now we can back Rogue Lich Kane, maybe.
Yeah, there's a chance I think that's not on. So, but even then, it's not a big deal. It's for Kane. You could jump your way out of it, which will negate the needing to back Rogue Lich.
Yeah. We are getting some decently nice J items out of these chests. I'm actually inclined to think that this is S or T standard, based on just the distribution of how these chests have hit.
Ooh. Whoa.
And oh my goodness, this is amazing. That is a DKC at Levy as our objective.
I mean, if Kane jumps through all of them, you'll be fine.
We cannot anchor for this.
Oh, this is.
Well, I mean, we can anchor for this, but you have to commit to Kane as your anchor.
Oh, wow! This is the dream. I think this is the dream.
Yes. You can, I guess, anchor with a Drain Spear on Kane, the Herald Robe and the Artie Bow on Porum, and then get Porum up to like Cure 3 and cast Cure 3 maybe in time, and it maybe heals enough.
Oh,
but that is, oh boy. We're gonna maybe do that objective later.
Starting to look, the moon starts to look appealing. So all of a sudden, that's not what everyone is looking for. Like the moon is really just for the XP, and it's not like because you're not gonna find any key items on the moon. So that's kind of the dilemma here. So unless we can, and I don't think we can.
We're not gonna be able to buy sirens. No,
yeah.
We can't buy them because the shops don't, unless they're in Kokos. The shops don't have high enough tier items.
Oh, we've got a cursed.
You can buy a curse ring though, but how badly do you want to anchor with Kane so that Porum can heal fast enough? Is the question.
Well, she needs the levels first. That is the other.
Yes,
problem.
She needs levels to survive one Dark Wave, which is going to take a lot. She's gonna need to be like level 40 something, and then we also need to. We then need to take Kane down to low enough agility that Porum can be RA1, so she can cast her cure spells fast enough.
This is disgusting. It's hilarious.
That is an absolutely disgusting fight for this party, and I love it.
I'm almost thinking, do we have...
Curse Ring Porum could also work, and you use elixirs to heal. We only have a limited number of elixirs. We can't buy those.
Yeah, it's a pricey penny. for that. It's like but 30,000 or something. It's
Yeah.
not cheap. I mean, it's cheaper than vanilla by far, but it's like
We
not.
could use Cure 3s, I guess.
If you
Once
can,
we get Kane to enough health.
did we find cure threes? That's more important.
They should be maybe available somewhere.
There's your hook. That's
Thanks, Sheila.
oh
Thanks
dark.
for the hook and the darkness crystal. Just open the whole seed to us.
Yeah, Sheila has all the real goods. Now, probably worth converting that rat tail to something, but
Yeah.
I'm starting to think behemoths look really appealing at this point. Get Porum to learn.
Yeah,
Blink,
we just need to
and
get Porum up to blink, and then Porum can do behemoths, and it's great.
I've done that grind, and it's that is. I have more appreciation for beating up behemoths than any of the other bosses on the moon. I mean, red dragons. Usually easy, but when you're doing it in this randomizer, they suddenly look tougher. Behemoths are like the tamest.
Oh,
of
behemoths
all
are super easy,
Yeah.
They're super slow, just punch. You can easily mitigate that with blink. Our rat tail has turned into a Baron key, which means that Escrunt can now do a very long check for a single key item. Wow, so appealing.
Well, there is the
easy.
Odin spot. There is the Odin spot, but that will not even be tested because definitely not strong enough unless it's like King Queen Evelyn. And we haven't. That hasn't been on the table yet, so I guess
it is access to another weapon and armor shop for tier 4 weapons and armor. But why would we want tier 4 weapons or armor? We've already got better.
right now, we got the Gungnir, you got the Lunar Staff. Unless you stumble onto Sorcerer Robes, that's about the best you're gonna get, really.
Yeah. And someone asking in chat, why could Kain jump over the dark waves? You can normally, but that spot is too fast, and jump always takes 4 ticks to charge up, and he spends 4 ticks in the air. In those 4 ticks, DKC is going to get off a wave.
He's basically too slow.
Yes, jump takes too much time, regardless of your character speed.
I think you would need no less like an adamant.
You would need Kain to be very, very fast.
Like really, basically, really power leveled all the way, like to level.
Power leveled with lots of bonuses to his agility, in order to successfully jump over that DKC.
I think you're just better off just leveling to.
You're better off just getting getting Cure 4 on Porum and tanking.
Alright, so I think we only see D-Lunars. Not too many threats on the table. Even Ogo is not a threat.
We've seen Paladin as well.
Yeah, that's...
Paladin was at Football. Plague is here. Plague has the unfortunate property of being weak to Porum and also now weak to Kain.
Yeah. Spears and arrows, Plague don't like. So.
Plague chose poorly when choosing elemental weaknesses. Pro tip. If you're up against an archer and a spear user, don't make yourself weak to bows, to arrows and spears.
Yeah.
Bye, Plague.
It's fine. I think the only real surprise left would still be Wyvern at a place that we might need to show up.
That could be really nasty if Wyvern shows up at the main throne. At the main throne.
I think isn't it like Witchburn or Wyvern? I don't think it's.
Can check real quick. Oh boy, it is a sparkle.
Is it? Please.
It's likely Mega Nuke, but it's Ogopogo.
Wet Nuno.
We are saved from Blarg.
For now. It could be. Hey, we could have the trifecta having Wyvern in the basement.
Ooh. Wyvern in the basement, gating the tower key and into the Luca key.
I'm off with that. But we'll see what comes up. This is
Wyvern. I want it now. Wyvern in the basement, gate with tower key that leads to Luca key. Rec, and then it only has to be like Rec 4. Anything Rec 4 or higher is just garbage because our runners will then have to either take either that Wyvern or that DKC.
Oh boy. Well, Ogo is down. Easy enough. Let the let the let the child do her thing. It, I mean, that's the great thing about the Hero Robe Artemis combo. You turn every you turn like Rydia, Porum, Rosa. Rosa's already powerhouse, but turning Rydia and Porum into that, it it makes me feel good inside.
Yes. Warlink is headed through Baron Inn. Will probably be letting Porum shoot things after this check. I would hope. If he's not already. I haven't been paying that much attention to how his fights have been going.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, it's going pretty fast. I think. Well, Kane is the.
Oh yeah, Kane is gonna take this Bahamut out
fine.
before it goes Mega Nuke.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, the boss spot is pretty slow, so.
And look, Baron Kiwi is to Earth Crystal.
Who knew?
I guess we can do another long check for another single one-off key item. Why not?
There might be some looting done. I think there's a pretty good chance.
Well, I mean, depends on what the treasure flag is. If our runners are thinking T standard, are we really gonna loot the treasury?
I don't know. What is T standard? I don't see that.
T standard is completely unweighted. Every chest is exactly the same.
Oh, that's.
Which means the treasury is no more valuable than, say, Baron Town.
That's if it's that sounds kind of garbage tier at that point.
And also nothing is higher than tier 5. But it looks like Escaron is going to head over to the treasury.
We'll find out very quickly what it is.
Yep, we're gonna play our favorite game here.
Raid that treasury!
Oh, definitely. That's a yes for Sirens. Ooh, Kane.
Okay, that's not T standard.
It's T Wildish.
This is not T standard. This is T Wildish, probably. Maybe T Pro.
This is Zeus.
But this feels like it's a max tier 6 situation. We got Zeus and a defense sword, which is kind of all we need, and a crystal ring.
That's at least a appreciable upgrade, considering. I mean.
Honestly, that was pretty good considering all the loot we already had. I'll take it. Only thing that could have made that better was a power shirt.
Yeah, that would have been the trifecta, actually. That would have been
I think it is T Wildish max tier 6.
That's still pretty good considering a lot of things that are that we've gotten so far. So I can't say. I mean, all those Zeus gloves, those extra ones, it's money in the bank. No worries there.
Yep, we're gonna go ahead and slap that defense sword on, I think.
Yeah, trying to avoid an inventory boss. There's was having a problem there.
And meanwhile, Warlink has gotten the news that, hey, you have to do music in order to get through the seed. So go do music to get through the seed.
So I think the most interesting spot in the Tower of Zod actually would be the Val spot. So especially if it's like French vanilla with the Magus sisters, that might actually be pretty nasty. Even with
Wyvern here could be really bad too.
That too. Oh, yeah. That's for sure. Not picking the Flame Dog chest, so that I guess Escaron is set on equipment, not even trying to for like maybe a Dragoon Spear.
I mean, what are you looking for? A Dragoon Spear, Artemis Arrows, an Avenger? That's just, the pickings are too slim at this point. A Power Shirt, I think that's all of the items that Escaron would care about.
Yeah, there is a small, kind of those things where you have to figure out how many things do you want, and how many
options are there.
Yeah,
there are so many bad items that are completely useless that could pop out of any of these trap chests that it's just not worth hunting down one of those 4 good ones. And the Dragoon Spear is only useful for dragons, really, at this point, with the defense sword already in hand.
Oh, well, here's Blarg.
Yeah, there's our Blarg. This is relatively tame. Yeah, we're fine here. Porum is definitely going to get the Star Veil off in time. Kane is probably going to get the Star Veil off in time.
Yeah, looks like it. Yep. So be safe. Wyvern gonna blog itself to death, or Porm. No, Porm won't be able to kill it. There's a lot of HP relative to the spot. So
Yeah, but we'll let Porum whittle away at this wyvern as we get our reprise of music. And now that we've had our wonderful reprise of the Culex theme from Super Mario RPG, Escrunt has shown us that there is a water hag at Zot 2, which is completely free.
yeah, the punches are gonna be pretty tame in comparison to a lot of other things that are around. So yeah, I think looking forward after this, it'll probably be gotta be at least another key item gating certain worth it. But what the I think the real concern is figuring out the grind, and I mean I think Escrunt has everything needed for that, and maybe a few sirens too, even to start off.
We have a
getting
couple
XP for.
sirens to start, but it's going to be really tough to honestly figure out the grind. I mean, you could theoretically use those Dark Imps at the Asura spot. Slap a size on them.
Life glitch, maybe life glitch. I'm not sure.
Life
Maybe
glitch.
that might. Oh, well.
Oh, Zot was a waste of time.
Weren't many other good options, so that means Keyless Tower has got to be on the table right now.
We have Dwarf as well.
Yeah,
you're not going to get the Warp Glitch, so may as well just do Dwarf.
Yeah, probably do Dwarf, hoping for the Tower Key to show up. Tower Key or Luca Key. Ideally Tower Key, so you can start doing Tower with Key. So that would be preferable. And I think the tricky spot that's coming up here would be, it's not the Golbus putt, the second spot, it's the big doll Calbrena. So the
Calbrena spot is surprisingly rough for its point in the game.
Yeah, so
it's got pretty high attack, pretty high magic, a decent amount of hit points, but it looks like it's a Mylon form, so this will be fine.
Yeah, I think I think the party zombies are probably going to be the tougher bit, because Mylon does get to use lightning, and it will actually it might actually hurt. I'm not sure how much equipment
Escrunt has. A little bit.
Oh, it's just.
But it's Zed. Zed also has the issue of being weak to spears and bows.
Well, in a few seconds, Porum will get her turn to berserk herself.
Well, Zed made the same mistake that Plague made, except he also made himself weak to Holy and Fire, because, I don't know, he felt like adding extra, and Undead, because extra weaknesses are good, right?
Yep. I mean, you want to be weak to everything. That's the goal.
The more weaknesses you have, the better it is. And so yeah, this is not going well for Mylon Z. And goodbye, Mylon Z.
Yeah, party would have been a threat. This is well.
Oh, look, we have 10
So-
key items.
Yeah, so it's a
Dwarf
so the
Castle's
grind is
giving
good.
good experience. This is nice.
Yeah, I mean, with everything being K main and K summon, I mean, there's just you're gonna get your key items pretty quickly, and this buy again isn't a threat at this point.
Yeah, Baigen is relatively tame here. We're going to be able to tear through him pretty quickly.
I was surprised no attempt to using Berserk was applied.
Yeah, I think I would have liked to see a Berserk here.
Because it doesn't make a difference. The
No,
body would have
it's-
still gotten its fair share of punches, but
Yeah,
this is
and now we get to deal with Explodes.
Uh,
I mean, we're fine. They won't hurt too much, but
I wanted to say look man, no arms, but well,
No.
they got web poof, so it's unfortunate.
look, Ma, only arms.
Finally learned Cure 3, and for Porum, it's usually pretty late, like 33, 34. It's not ideal, and Cure 4 is like 40 something. So that's
48.
those are really high levels to get spells.
Well, no, that's because they give you all the White Mage spells earlier for Rosa because they realized, oh heck, we need to actually give them these spells to you early. Whereas Porum is sort of the default, like, here's how we think all the spells should go.
Yes, the prototypical white mage is that.
Yes.
So.
I feel like Porum is like the prototypical White Mage, Palom is the prototypical Black Mage, and then they were like, wait a minute. Quake is too strong. Must nerf. And so Rydia learns it for 20 levels later.
That's a story, and someone's gonna stick to it. That's so. What do we have? I guess it looks like Keyless Tower is going to be the next thing done. I mean, we're not unless.
I mean, we have that in Feymarch. Or we can go to Cape Bahamut. Maybe there's something nice in Cape Bahamut. Or Baron Basement. You never know.
That's true. I feel like I think for a runner, at least with given the situation, try to do some of the easier bosses. So
Yes.
Keyless Tower is way more appealing, only because
I think I would have checked Baron Basement earlier just to see if I could beat it.
peeking.
But I wouldn't have committed to like, I am going to do this. I would have been like, okay, let's see if this is a doable boss, especially with King Queen Evelyn still out there.
I mean, well, the queen spot is very doable. That is not in question. But then you're just wasting a kind of time just to do that and it wasn't even.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about the queen spot yet because I don't want to do the queen spot till I'm basically ready for the king spot.
Yeah, but the kind of issue is if there is something in the king spot the queen spot that might gate something that's left. I mean, the tower key is still at large ultimately. And the Luka key. So there, I mean, the sealed cave is kind of the only thing that's sealed cave and super cannon are two things that are
there's nothing left. There's no chain items left that are objectives at this point. Still, I mean, a part of me would be like, hey, why don't I just do the hook route? See if that's my last objective. Which I guess doing this keyless tower play does give you some info on what's in the hook route.
It's fun.
And
okay,
it's just an Octomam.
Yeah, that's
Octomam is fine.
Yeah. Once you cut off an arm, Octomam is pretty much tame.
Yeah, at this point, having been through a bunch of the underground and being up into the mid-30s, up into the lower 30s, I should say, the hook route's not that scary.
Well, there's still some bosses left in the King Queen Evelyn spot that are.
Yes. Oh yeah, the King Queen Evelyn spot's a different story. The Ruby spot is fine at this point, generally. This spot doesn't hit that hard. We should be fine here. The Explode is not going to do any damage.
Yeah, Dr. Luge doesn't have much of a spell stat, so
Yeah,
Explode is like a fire 2 that doesn't do split
it doesn't do
multi-target.
split, something like that.
But
Yeah,
it's really low spell power, so it's not even a threat. So so even if Mom Bomb gets to explode, it's
this
not.
spot is very fast, has a bunch of hit points, and that's about it. It can kind of punch you a little bit if you're like not properly leveled for the at this point, but it's really not that bad.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, Warlink!
Wow.
What a cheeky power shirt location. Always loot your Chocobo Forest, folks.
Yeah, they have higher tier items because they're
yeah,
out of the
unweighted-
way.
Unweighted checks, loot that Ordeal's Chocobo Forest. Loot that Baron Chocobo Forest.
Babul is out a little bit out of the way, but it's not too far from Babul. It's also a pretty good location.
We are being asked what the word is for a two-person quint. That's just a duet. And okay, thanks, Mom Bomb, for giving us also a power shirt. So we have power shirt parity instantly.
Yeah, Power Shirt unfortunately is not better than a Heron Robe, so
No.
that's but Kane will still appreciate.
I mean, I guess it's nice if you want Porum to still be able to like cast healing spells effectively.
Yeah, that is the only time when you'd
But-
actually consider swapping.
But like, why would I want Porum to cast healing spells effectively? She's just a Zerker. That's what she does. She goes burr.
Yeah, once you have Artemis bow and a decent set of arrows, you're kind of like, that's it. Let's go shoot all the things.
Yeah, I mean it's good for DKC, I guess, but that's about it. But also, we're not attacking DKC. We just have to wait through the 3 waves.
Do we have? I don't think we've stumbled onto a Drain Spear at all, though. I think because
I think Whirlink has.
is it from looting or is it from,
I
shooting?
I don't know. I think it has to be from looting. Because I
Is that-
saw it in his inventory on the overworld, and it's too high tier, I think, to buy in shops.
Well, it's tier 4, I think, probably, because it is a dart. And
Yeah, it might even be tier 5.
because that is the only value of it from its
Yeah.
ranking. Because there's
It's
not.
a pretty strong dart, but it's just a dart.
I think when there's a references, it here is mostly because it does have a secondary function of being in like a cursed secondary cursed ring. You know, if you stack both a cursed ring and a drain spear, so that's -25 to all stats. So pretty much guarantees.
Yeah, Drain Spear is tier 5. So I think I saw Warlink pick one up early on from a chest. Because I saw it in his inventory. I don't know if Escrunt has it.
I think so. I don't think Escrunt looted Castle Eblin, so that might be the difference.
Yeah. Escrunt is scrambling some eggs to get some extra levels in preparation for potentially DKC.
If trying to do this over some other ground, say maybe like 2 King Ryus, because King Ryus are.
Yeah, we don't have a way to
dangerous.
deal with the King Ryus, unfortunately. This is the only grind that we can really do safely.
Yeah, like if there was a Dragoon Spear, then the King Ryus are probably a little bit safer to deal with, actually.
Safer, but they're still gonna punch Porum to death.
Oh yeah.
And you don't want that.
Well, she has a Heron Robe, so that should cover most of the.
Oh yeah, she has
most
her
of
own
the-
crystal ring, right? So she should be fine. It'd still be a little bit rough, but
It's dicey,
it's
yeah.
probably better.
I mean, they have the paralysis on counter, but the more vicious attack would be the blitz, which is cuts their well, not in cuts. It damages them half
Yeah,
of their
it's half of
max
max HP,
which is
really
pretty
rough.
strong. Yeah. So it looks like I think Escrin is.
Yeah, with
feels
Dragoon
ready.
Spear you might do it, but without Dragoon Spear you're not going to do it. And we're cursing Porum.
Interesting. So,
I think we have some curative items to get through this,
Okay.
because we're not going to be able to just tank all the waves.
All right. Well, Kane, I think definitely has enough HP, but I wonder.
Forum probably does not, which is why she's getting cursed and
Yeah, that's fine.
going to be taking a nap.
Yeah, that's fine. Better her taking a nap than Keen taking the nap and trying to get Porum to the required levels to learn the spells and everything to go with it.
Yeah. This fight is definitely going to be rough, though.
So I assume that the Dark Imps are going to go first, unless it really wants to.
I would go for the objective first, honestly. If you're prepared for it, do the objective. Don't worry about the Dark Imps until afterwards, honestly.
Sure.
Because what if the king spot just gives you a tower key?
I mean, I'm only assuming that the other spot will have another key item, but that's
But that could be like an adamant or a crystal or a pigtail. You don't need those.
I mean, there are definitely some junk items on the tables.
Yeah, there's only 2 valuable key items, and we have 4 spots available, so I don't really know that it makes sense. And we do have Cure 3s.
Just enough, which is good. Oh no.
Now she's gone. I think Porum surviving there was actually kind of bad.
That ate up a Cure 3 potion. That's
Yeah.
the problem. And
and it delayed the queue enough that Kane can't use a Cure 3 in time.
Just
Porum has too much HP.
That's, you know how rare. It's like when you say that, it's like.
Yeah, no, Porum surviving that first big dark wave
That was
is
an
actually
error.
a problem.
That was a mistake.
It actually cost Escort the fight there.
Alright, second attempt. Let Porum die. Yes, thanks.
Porum has
DKC.
died. Okay. Now
it's too
now he
fast.
takes a turn too fast, and we lose again.
Probably
the
need.
joys of DKC at Levy.
Yeah, that was the thing. You're trying to slow it down properly. Battle Speed 6, also known as Wyvern Standard Time, because you kind of need to sometimes need to slow down the fight in order to make sure that the other boss doesn't get the extra turn that just happened there. So.
Yep. Warlink is going ahead and grinding on his eggs. He still has Dwarf Castle to do. I believe hasn't done Zot either. So has a few more options as well to get a little bit of extra experience. But I don't hate doing the grind now because he just hit 10 key items. No better time to do it. He'll have all the power for all these other checks. And okay, the first Cure 3 lands. How are you going to get the second Cure 3 to land?
Needs to probably run buffer, which is
run
no.
buffering doesn't help you at Battle Speed 6.
Oh well, that's unfortunate then.
Yeah, run buffering does nothing at Battle Speed 6. It actually can harm you.
You know what might be a thought is to get Kane another level or 2, so to be able to kind of
so he could survive 2 waves. Yeah, that might be good. I think we might need to do that.
I mean, you have the kind of the option on the side, the Dark Imps.
The Dark Imps are right there. Yes, you can take the Dark Imps. They're not fun, but they are doable. Forum has survived.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Probably want to use the damage tiles to kind of get her to 1 HP so that they guarantee that the Dark Knight will actually kill her off. So that might, which usually you don't talk about damage
and
tiles
there
that
is
way.
another run buffer, and Kane is not winning that fight. Run buffering is great if you're at a higher battle speed, but at battle speed 1 it doesn't do any, or battle speed 6 rather doesn't do anything. Battle speed 1 it's quite useful, but it is not helpful at battle speed 6 whatsoever. And now it looks like we are swapping anchor plans.
Interesting. So
Maybe going for Dark Imps now.
Yeah, I mean, totally don't want to just keep smashing the head on the DKC that is kind of the immoldable object.
Just not working. We just can't get through that at this point.
I think the life glitch might be on one of on the table to turn off and on. I think. So
yeah, it could be off, could be on. We'll see.
I think Porum has size, so probably we'll want to do that, or maybe not. Just let Kane.
Yeah, I would say you should probably size these guys just to make it a little bit, just to make sure it's free. Yes, Launch the Falcon is an objective. We do have the hook. Escrunt has decided not to do that yet. I think because the odds of Rec 3 are not particularly high.
Probably
Although,
last doing
honestly,
it.
I would just do it. You get experience along the way. That's a good, like, 50,000 experience you're leaving on the table. That's more than you get from this spot.
That is, which is kind of ironic when you think about it.
That is more than you get from these Dark Imps.
Yeah, these spots, they give you only XP, and they're not really rewarding.
Well, I mean, they do. This spot does have a key item, in all fairness.
Sure.
Potentially.
Oh, well.
We'll see how this fight goes. Kane's taken a bit of a beating here.
I think
Porib's fine, but...
I think Kane will survive. I mean, you got... hey, Medusa
Nice
arrows.
Medusa arrow proc.
Yeah.
That's always convenient. And yes, the Ruby spot is Octomam. Escrunt knows this. So the Ruby spot isn't even a particularly challenging spot.
I'm trying to think of what bosses there left that would be actually devastating. I mean, maybe Mylon and Friends, maybe?
What, the King Queen spot?
Yeah. I'm trying to
No,
No, it's not spawn.
that doesn't punch until you take, like,
Oh,
unless
right.
you take out the gas Mylon first, and then it
Oh,
hurts.
yeah.
But Mylon
forget-
punches very rarely there.
I forget I forget when they punch. It's just
They
it's
don't
been a-
punch by...
Yeah. They
at the
need
start.
Mylon has to disappear, and there's
And,
an
oh,
objective.
hey, look, it's the Luca key. The Dark Imps also had an answer.
Oh, time to go there then.
Yeah, I think that's where Escrunt's going to go.
No, he's gonna save first. This is trying to at least just
Well, no, you're not going to reset out of Sealed Cave. It's an objective.
no, but wait, gonna heal up. Ooh, okay.
So I guess we're healing up first. Maybe to give DKC another attempt. We'll save here, probably try to DKC, and then if it doesn't work there, move on to Sealed Cave.
Orlink is taking on Baigen. Shouldn't be too long. Although I did, I think. Oh, Stardust to get rid of the hands, as I think
That's honestly pretty heads up. We're not going to use the Stardust on anything else.
it's true. I'm not sure if the Cane is berserked, but it really doesn't matter.
Yeah,
too much live.
Baigen's gone. It's fine.
Actually, so, I mean, I'm sure you already said your piece on what next. Would there be a better option just to do Falcon outright and hope for the required 3?
I mean, if I didn't have that Luca key, I'd be doing Falcon next. With the Luca key, I'm doing Sealed Cave over Falcon, just because it's a faster check.
Right, because normally the Sealed Cave check is kind of long-ish, but you only do one thing.
Plus, you get the objective at the bottom, so if it's Rec 3, you're just done. And you don't have to walk out.
Oh, you don't? That's
No,
actually
you don't have to
nice.
walk out if it's Rec 3.
Oh, that's
So
kinda
yeah, I do Sealed Cave first in that situation.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so
If I knew how many objectives were required, sure, I'd try to make Sealed Cave the last one, but it's faster to do than, even with walking out, than the Falcon.
I think Eskin's still going after it. Probably
Yep.
should. Really...
Warlink is headed to the Fave Arch as well.
Oh, I see a Soma drop. I'm hoping for that. King giving King MP will change his fortunes. That I think that's
Yeah, just give Kane MP, it'll be fine. Kane can tank 2 waves with this HP if they both roll low.
Yeah, that's not. You really don't want to.
They
get
both
rolled.
have to roll low.
Yeah.
I have to stress that. They both have to roll low. 1209 is not a low roll. Kane needs both waves to roll very low. And no,
Oh.
that was not low enough. Yeah, I would do your other objectives first and come back later.
I mean, even just doing the trap treasure chest in this area would actually get Kane where he needs to be.
Yeah, that would be enough, but at the same time you get just as much value by doing the other checks. So but sometimes you just really need to get through this TKC with 2 characters.
Maybe Escrant just needs to try to cast slow or something. But
I don't think Porum can get that Alpha in time.
If that was the other thing,
I don't think that's possible.
Oh well, that's unfortunate. Oh, it was. I hope that doesn't make a difference.
Yep, not quite enough.
I'm sure it'd be worth asking Escrant. So, about that no free, no earned.
Yeah.
This is that'll be a.
I am a little curious about this stubbornness, especially if it is not Wreck All. Like if we don't have to do all of the things.
Right, because if you don't have to do it, if you can do everything else.
If you don't have to do it all, why are we doing this?
Yep.
Let's do a different thing. That sure would take a little longer in a vacuum, but will be much easier to do.
I'm surprised there weren't more Cure 3 spot.
I don't know that we've seen them in a shop.
Oh, so that was all.
I think that's from a starter kit.
Oh, that would explain things.
Yeah, I think that's all from the not Demi starter kit.
Oh yeah, it does come with Cure 3, so that
It comes with Cure 3s and Elixir and Illusions. Although, yeah, I don't think this is working.
Warlink is doing the same exact fight.
Yeah, Warlink is doing the same thing with the same result. You cannot do that. And Warlink does it once. Battle speed would not help. We are already on battle speed 6.
Yeah, BKC is just too fast. That's
It's
really
just
the issue.
it's just too fast.
And there's not many items for Kayn to kind of make it easier. I mean, at best, Kayn can be an anchor and slow things down, but that doesn't make it any better because that means Porum has to shoulder the load. So pretty much all options require some sort of grind, no matter how.
Yeah, we just need more help on Kayn to get through this. And honestly, I don't know. I think Escrant might be feeling the pressure because we did have a first place finisher in this race a little bit ago with Fiery Blizzard finishing off stream with 1 hour 4 minutes and 57 seconds.
So maybe it is shorter. Maybe it is one of the objectives. So Warlink.
Yeah, I think that might be what Escrant is thinking, and Escrant is like, well, I can maybe get through this. This is right here. If I can just get through this, it's probably the end of the seed.
Yeah, but that's requiring too much variance RNG, and that's just not going to work out.
In my opinion, if I see that, I think, oh, that person probably did the hook route, like a normal person would do when they get the hook from Sheila 1.
Yeah, but I could also, yeah, because the king of the summon monsters, like that spot is just going to be faded. It's from that logic.
Ooh, we're doing a new strat. Kayn healing Porum. Porum did not survive! Oh no! That was exact damage on Porum!
The game knows the game knows.
The game absolutely knows. But we have figured out the strat. It is hope Porum survives the first wave, heal her, have her heal herself through the second wave. Okay, she's alive.
And the Cure 3 is equivalent to one of the Dark Waves, so the Cure 3 will definitely outlast the Dark Waves.
Yes. She has survived! Escrant is through this fight. As long as she survives this wave. She could die. Okay,
Yes,
she's fine.
Finally.
She has survived the third hit.
Speech.
We get a speech. Escrant has a third goal complete. Is the third goal all we need? Porum gets a level. Do we care? No. There's our Adamant Rock.
Unfortunately, Forge is not in Forge.
And we need to do more goals. We're not done yet.
Time to do Sealed Cave, then the Falcon, and hope that's enough.
Yeah, Sealed Cave is much faster here than launching the Falcon. Or we forge.
Do do we really want to forge? I mean,
I don't really think we need to, but maybe it's something nice.
Yeah, I don't know what the. I'm sure it'll be worth the time, and we'll laugh at it. But I think the
Yeah.
shop is the more important thing. Though.
Oh, that's true. The shop could be good. It's our only source of tier 5 or 6 items.
Yeah, that's kind of the only last ditch effort. And,
Crystal rings and elixirs. Great. And oh, good. It's a vanilla Excal. So glad we foraged.
Totally
that was
worth it.
Definitely worth it.
Well, it's gonna sell for money, but what are we buying?
We have well over 100,000 GP. We're fine.
What exactly are we gonna buy with that? That's the question. A crystal ring?
Elixirs.
Okay, I guess. I guess we'll use it until we don't, because that everything.
Warlink, meanwhile, is giving us divergence by choosing to do the hook route.
This is at least we'll get them there quicker.
This will be a nice infusion of experience, and it will be an objective at least. So.
Warlink definitely peaked the spot because did the Dr. Luge spot earlier with the
did the Dr.
So.
Luge spot, so saw the Octomam and is well, this is a reasonable fight to do.
Finding nothing of worth at the shop, so but that's whatever. I think we're kind of at the point where the gun.
Yeah, the shops are. I mean, the shops have not been great throughout this seed, so but we're not going to expect to find anything great in them now. I mean, S Pro is certainly a flag that exists.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting once in a while. It's
interesting once in a while, but it is very low power.
Yeah, I mean, tier 4
you
is
learn
good.
what the good tier 3 items are. I will leave it at that. Headbands, great tier 3 item. Power staves, amazing for a tier 3 item.
I'm a little biased to Diamond, but Headband, even though it's kind of weak on paper, still holds a lot of value. I mean, you have the stat boost, which is probably the only thing a Berserker cares of.
Yeah. Oh, Headband is great, and it resists Charm as an added bonus.
Oh yes, I think it's kind of underrated for that alone.
Yeah. Oh, and there's no better strength boost on any headgear, so why bother upgrading?
Yeah. Between Headband and Bandana, I would just go Headband. I would like the safety. Yeah, you can get more defense from the Bandana, and it's
whatever. It's not important.
It's not. Escort, we'll find out soon enough what that boss is.
Yeah. The objective gets completed as soon as you beat the boss here.
Oh, and
hey. There's some Artemis arrows, so there's your arrows for that Porum.
Hey, worth it. Worth it!
Hooray!
There are a few bosses at this spot that can be devastating. This
is not one of them.
Yeah.
We happen to have 2 coffins.
One for each of them. Huh? How quaint.
Yeah.
And
this is completely free.
Life glitch attempt, at least. We haven't. I don't think that has been tested this seed at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we've seen someone use a life glitch. Hey, it's a life glitch. Great.
Life glitch being that if see the thing is the life potion, all it cares about is vitality, and monsters don't have a vitality stat, so vitality is 0, and so so 0 times whatever is always 0. So they get revived. You get the visual saying that they're revived, but they immediately die.
Yeah, and that's the objective complete. And hey, it was Rec 4, so Eskrent's done in 2nd place with an official time of 1 hour 16 minutes and 48 seconds. GG's to Eskrent, and we'll see about getting him in here for an interview.
GG's for the maker, getting what he deserves. One would say. I think the winner might have just done Falcon into Sealed Cave based on that, because that's the.
I'm thinking Falcon. I'm actually thinking Falcon into DKC.
That is a possibility.
And we do have a forfeit coming in for Morlink, seeing that finish.
It's unfortunate, but the seed. I mean, considering what was in the seed, who would play Morrowind
Yeah.
for seeing this
Anyway,
masterpiece?
we are now, I believe, joined with that bidding by Escrin. GG's.
It finally happened.
Yes,
It's been
it
live for the
did.
past hour and 20 minutes.
It did happen. Some people had words about it.
I can imagine. No, I feel like really these one single thing that made all of the difference in my playthrough of that seed was finding the hero and robe on my way up ordeals. That really basically solidified everything else I did in the seed.
Oh, absolutely. Warlink actually dipped that ordeals earlier, and so we'd already seen that heron robe, and we were like, well, Escron's gonna be real happy to find that. Especially once the Artemis bow dropped from Baron Inn, it was like, okay, well, I
Yep.
guess Porum is just actually going to be the best character.
Yeah, oh hey look, I have an Artemis O. Oh hey look, I bought mute arrows earlier. Oh hey look, I have a rune axe and I'm looking at Ashura on ordeals. Goodbye.
Silly Acero. We had a lot of jokes about, oh, silly boss, why did you choose your weaknesses this way? So unfortunate. Like, Plague showed up in Dwarf Castle, and we were like, silly Plague, or wherever Plague showed up, I forget.
Baron.
Right.
Yeah, Plague was in Baron
Plague
Castle,
showed up
yeah.
in Baron, and we were like, silly Plague, if you're
Oh,
going
look,
up
I
against
have a-
enemies, against people with spears and bows, you shouldn't make
Yeah, so
yourself
look,
weak
I
for
have
that.
an archer, I have a dragoon. You barely got to do anything before you died.
And then the same thing happened with Mylon-Z, and it was glorious.
Yeah, basically, I was set up to steamroll absolutely everything up until I decided that I absolutely had to take DKC before I left. I didn't have in the back of my mind that it might be OREC 4. I was very, very reluctant to leave the Fey March until I had figured something out, because you could see me, my thought process there was basically, if I get exactly the right rolls, Kane can live through this, but the
Yes.
turn order isn't allowing for it. And eventually I had the idea to do what ultimately got me through the fight, which is, hey, Porum can survive a hit, Porum can get an action in, so why don't I just get Porum to, cure Porum, let Porum cure herself, and then we'll be through the fight, and that worked.
Yeah. It was an interesting fight, to say the least, with that party.
Yeah. Yeah, it turns out
Verging
that it's
on barely
tricky.
possible, I think. I think you needed the Dark Imps experience.
Yeah, so that's exactly why I just paused for a moment saying, I can get through this. It'll be easier with a little bit more health on Kane, which is why I just stopped and said, I want to see if I can do the Dark Imps fight. If I can't right now, which it turns out that I could, then I'll just go and do something else for a little bit.
Yeah.
But
The funny thing was, we were talking, we were like, the Hook Rod will get more experience than the Dark Imps.
yeah, that thought had occurred to me too. I just figured that I didn't want to spend that much time going back above ground and going and basically doing the entire hook run if I didn't absolutely have to do that.
I mean, it was a little bit of an extra walk, to be fair, and the Hook Rod is fairly long, even if it would have given you an objective.
Yeah.
But, yeah. No, it was a, honestly, pretty straightforward seed up until DKC being DKC.
Yeah, this this was slightly on the long side, but really this sort of puzzle is the kind of thing that I wanted that I wanted this club to come up with every now and again, and I'm glad that for the season finale of the club that we finally got to see that in action.
Yeah, it was interesting trying to figure out how to get at least that initial power to get through the very first few things, and then just kind of once you get all the good items on the overworld, it's great. We did discover that there was a power shard in the Baron Chocobo Forest.
That's funny.
Always look
I
at
don't-
Chocobo Forests.
I mean, if I had viewed this as more of a loot heavy scene, I would have gone and looked there. But I normally only do that when in Looters Anonymous seeds.
Chocobo Forests always have the goods. I said it. Always, I will. This is why I always check Baron Chocobo and Ordeals Chocobo. They're too good.
Yeah.
I've seen all sorts of ridiculously clutch items come out of Chocobo Forests.
Yeah. I mean, at least one occasion I pulled an adamant armor out of a Chocobo Forest, but that was specifically T-Wild, so I'm not sure not quite
I don't
sure
think that counts because it's not weighted, but yeah. Yeah, no, the seed was very straightforward. It was, I guess Kane can be, I mean, it was, at the start, it was like, okay, I guess Porum's our healer and Kane's our Zerker, and then it was like, okay, no, Kane is our Zerker, and Porum is our real Zerker.
I've done enough Edge versus the Blue Planet Seas to know that sometimes 2 or 3 Zerkers is all you need. Who cares about anyone else?
Yeah,
Or
no,
anything else?
we don't need anything else. It's fine. But yeah, that's kind of all the questions I have about the seed.
Oh, well, the only question I had was before we even got to the heron robe. I mean, what was there any sort of panic setting in when you realized there weren't any free characters, weren't any earned characters?
Oh no, the moment you saw me dip into Baron Ian immediately. I usually like doing that on Mystery Seeds just to check character settings, check item settings, and I saw the piggy and I said, well, I need to know if we hit the 10% finally, and so that's why I went to Dempsey immediately after that, but to loot a little bit and to see if we were going to get a free character. And when Portum just walked away, I just sat there and laughed for a couple of moments because I've been looking forward to this the entire club season.
Same here. Just to see things happen. Just has to happen. And
yeah, no, sometimes it's really fun to just have 2 characters, and that's your party. Yeah. Good luck.
Well, I mean, it's as though I ran a club where you only had 3 characters, and
I will say I did make the joke at the beginning when we saw Porum. I was like, oh, we have a Porum. Seed's free, even if it is Seed or Seed free. And as it turns out,
characters only is the next step.
Porum is the best.
Yes, Porum is best girl.
The Seed has confirmed it. All you need is Porum, and I guess Kane, but mostly Porum.
I guess the last question I'll have is so I mean with the kind of the season wrapped up for this club, what are your thoughts? Or do you have anything to say about the flag sit or about the club?
Well, yeah. When I started out, when I first had the idea to come up with a club which ran shorter mystery seeds, I knew to myself. The chances that absolutely everything that I roll for mystery seeds is probably not going to fit into the time range that I want it to be in. So I had several asyncs up before the club season started, using the exact YAML that I ended up going forward with I think maybe 1 tweak towards the end of that process, and they all came in and around the hour range. So I said, this is probably going to work out. And then we got into the actual club season, the YAML stayed unchanged, and the very first race of the season was extremely short, and most of the subsequent races were extremely long. So I guess Tricker got the best of this club for the most part, but we had a good time for the most part. We had some very interesting puzzles come out from this, and I'm overall glad with how everything turned out, in spite of not really fitting into my time limitations. I think this will be the first and last time that I run this specific club. I may or may not run more non-async clubs in the future like this, but I do certainly have at least 2 more ideas for clubs for next season, one of which is very familiar, the other less so. So one way or another, you'll be able to look to more clubs from me in the future.
Well, this was a pleasure of a seed to watch, and honestly, it was a really fun club to see evolve over the course of the season.
Yeah, it goes to show, sometimes even if the YAML isn't changing, you can get a wide variety of things from the same mystery seeds.
Oh, absolutely. How do you think I managed to keep a club going with a constant YAML for 3 seasons?
Exactly. But yes, thank you Xenocat, thank you Deathlike, thank you Hush Pyramid for the restream, thank you Side Marshall for pushing the buttons, thank you all racers for coming out and racing in this club and making it what it was, and thank everyone for coming out and watching tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, and thank you for putting on a fantastic show, not just tonight, but these past weeks.
I'm glad I could put something together that was such a mega experience, so to speak.
Yeah.
All right, good night, everyone.
Yeah, we will let you go.
GG's again, a scrunt.
that is going to do it, I believe, for tonight. We have no interview from Warwink. We are going to, but Free Enterprise is not over for the night. We're going to send y'all over to Dublard, who is running the Pink Puff League async, which is the same flags that our Pink Puffs will be racing on Thursday. That race will not be restreamed because it is their off week, but we do have a restream tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern for the Bacchus Drinkers Club, and of course our community race over on Free Enterprise 2 at 10 p.m. Eastern on Friday. So, with that, have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night, and see you all next seed.